Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to make macarons with carton egg whites. And these macarons are filled with a Russian buttercream. I made this as my first experiment with carton egg whites. So let's check it out. Place a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water. Add sugar and egg whites to the bowl. Check out how liquidy the carton egg whites are compared to fresh egg whites. And also have in mind that I'm making a double recipe here, but I'm going to put the measurements down below for just a single recipe. Everything works the same. Whisk this mixture over the double boiler just for 1 to 2 minutes until the sugar has completely melted. To test it, you can touch the mixture between your fingers, and if you don't feel any sugar granules, you can remove it from the heat. Transfer the syrup to the bowl of an electric mixer. Start whisking on low and then gradually increase the speed to medium. And you can finish whipping the meringue on medium-high speed. Whip until stiff peaks are formed. The meringue might have to be whipped longer than it would with regular fresh whites. And also have in mind that the meringue will seem a bit softer than usual, and that's just the nature of the carton egg white meringue. You may have to do a few trials before learning the perfect meringue consistency for carton egg whites. And it may also differ from one brand to another. Pour the sifted powdered sugar and almond flour into the stiff meringue. And begin to fold. Since I'm making 3 different colors from this one batch of macarons, I'm going to stop stirring as soon as the ingredients come together. So as soon as I see no more dry ingredients in the meringue, it's time to stop stirring. And at this point, I'm going to divide the batter between 3 different bowls. Work with one bowl at a time, leaving the other ones covered meanwhile. To the first batter, I added a touch of pink food coloring. Fold the batter until the perfect consistency is achieved. The batter will be flowing off the spatula slowly and effortlessly. It's also important to say that I noticed that it took way less time for the macaronage to be done with the carton egg whites than they would with the fresh egg whites. So please be careful when making this so you don't overmix the batter. Transfer the batter to a piping bag fitted with a round tip, and then seal the top with a bag tie so the batter doesn't dry out. Now it's time to work with the second batter. We're gonna do this one purple. Do the same thing as you did before. Fold until the perfect consistency is achieved. Once the batter is flowing off the spatula slowly and effortlessly, you can transfer it to a piping bag and also secure the top with a bag tie. And now it's time to work with the final batter. I had a little bit of peach food coloring, but the amount was so small that the color was very faint, and I didn't want to add any more food coloring because the batter was already done being folded. And if I continued to add food coloring and fold to incorporate, that would make the batter overmixed, so I had to stop. Transfer the final batter to a piping bag fitted with a round tip and also secure the top with a tie. Now let's begin piping our macarons. Place the piping bag directly 90 degrees over the center of each macaron template. Apply gentle pressure and carefully pipe for about 3 to 5 seconds and then quickly pull the bag up, twisting slightly. After you pipe the shells, bang the tray against the counter or against the palm of your hand to release any air bubbles. And also use a toothpick to pop any remaining air bubbles from the surface of the macarons. Now we're going to pipe the other colors. Once you pipe the macarons, let the tray sit so the shells will dry. It usually takes me about 20 to 40 minutes. It depends on how humid the day is and how wet the batter is. The macarons are ready to be baked when you can gently touch the surface of a macaron and it doesn't stick to your finger. Bake in the preheated oven. I bake at 325 Fahrenheit. The ideal temperature for your oven might be different than mine. After 5 minutes baking, I always rotate my tray so my macarons don't come out lopsided. Again, this might not be something that you have to do, which is why it's important to learn your oven. Bake the macarons for a total of 15 to 20 minutes. You can test if they're done baking by trying to move a macaron, and if it doesn't feel jiggly, you can remove it from the oven. And now we're going to make the Russian buttercream. Let's start by beating the butter with an electric mixer at medium speed for about 5 minutes. It's very important that the butter is at the appropriate consistency. It should be at room temperature. The butter should have a nice shape and not be too soft, but not cold either. It's ideal if the temperature of the butter is around 72 Fahrenheit. Once the butter is nice and fluffy, add the sweetened condensed milk in, and then beat with the mixer on medium speed until the frosting becomes creamy and thick. It might take a while for the buttercream to come together and become thick, especially if the butter was on the soft side or if your kitchen is too warm. In that case, you can place the bowl in the fridge for 5 to 10 minutes and then try to whip the buttercream again to see if it comes together. This is what it should look like. At the end, add vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract and mix to combine. Place the Russian buttercream in a piping bag. And now we're going to fill the macarons by piping a bit of frosting on each bottom shell. And then top with another shell. Let the macarons mature overnight before serving. That just means you let the macarons sit in the fridge overnight. That is going to help with taste and overall texture. I hope you enjoyed today's video. For the full recipe and full instructions, you can go to piesandtacos.com. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. Bye!